So I'm gonna be with her, and then the only question is whether or not I stay or leave. And honestly, I'm gonna leave, and here's why. First off, there's nothing for Alex there anymore, and so she
All
like
right. Just tell me.
at this point, I view Steph as being Alex's only thing that matters. Truthfully, I really do. Haven Springs doesn't matter anymore. Alex doesn't need to be there. Steph wants to be with Alex. So why not let Steph do what she wants to do while doing with who she wants to do with? Right? I'm going to leave Haven
What?
Springs if I
My
can.
future. What to do? The night of the Spring Fest, Steph made a strong push for leaving with her. Playing on the road, the excitement of the unknown.
Do it.
Of course, that was before all the shit went down. Come on, you're the know-it-all. So tell me.
Actually, I do know what you should do. You should stay in Haven.
Fucking why? Yeah, why?
You really think so?
Of course. You finally have a home, a job. And
Not a
despite
job
what happened
anymore.
at the vote, people that actually care about you. Why would you give that up?
That's true.
Cause fuck Haven Springs, dude. Nah, fuck that shit. I'm gonna leave.
Then again, maybe leaving would be better.
It would be. That's what I'm saying,
What?
dog.
You're young, you suddenly have a little money, friends. And don't you think it's time to give this music thing a real shot? No, you should definitely leave.
So then you don't
Fuck
fucking
off.
know.
Stop it, Gabe. I don't need the mysterious spirit bullshit right now. I just need my big brother.
I'm sorry.
I know.
But here's something. It's 3 hours from now. A bus pulls away. You're not on it. And neither is Steph. Life goes on. You get a job working with Steph at the record store. All those years of being a music snob finally pay off. And little by little, time does its thing. The apartment starts to feel less like a museum and more like a home. Thoughts of Jed, of Typhon, even of me begin to fade into the background.
Wait, she fucking stayed? I thought she left! I thought that was the whole point of the bus stop.
The rooftop is your stage. You perform every week to a small but adoring group of fans. Maybe while you play, you wonder what could have been. Performing for more people in more cities, sharing your music with the world. Or maybe you never think about that much at all. You don't know exactly when it happens, but one day you look around and find that you have transformed this place just as much as it has transformed you. And the most extraordinary thing of all is just how normal it feels. You don't question it, you don't doubt it, or wonder what might have been. It's your life. The life you fought so hard to have. And for the first time in a long time, you just live.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
You really think I'll transform Haven?
Of course, you already have. With your gift, your music, just by being you. But Alex, that doesn't mean you have to stay. You have the potential to do that anywhere you go.
Where am I supposed to go? I don't have any other home.
That is true. But you didn't have any home before coming here. And look what happened. The truth is, there's no telling what that version of your future might be. The only promise is the adventure. So, what do you think?
Seek adventure.
I know what I want.
Let's go, Steph. Hopefully I didn't fuck anything up just now. Is there supposed to be volume? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Wait, where the fuck is Steph? Oh, there she is. You know that being seen off by the only people I actually like. And yes, I do actually like Mac now. Is that it? Just one more montage about the life now? Seems that way. She's made it, at least a first gig. Although she fucks this up, she's fucked. Just hopefully she doesn't fuck it up. Fuck him up, babe. Holy shit. You were right. You needed me. The one woman who should have believed you above everyone, and I failed. Char, it's okay. Take care of yourself, Charlotte. Ryan. My dad was a hero. That's what everyone said for years, and it took so many lies to hold that up. Disgusting, terrible lie. I lied to myself. Okay, so that's him apologizing. Steph and Ryan. Okay, who the fuck's Arthur? Wait, what? Alex. Arthur Jones with the New York Telegram. Oh, we want your story and the bullshit. Yeah, fuck that guy. OMG, I heard what happened. You weren't going to be a Dimension superhero. Don't care. Ducky. Thank you, Ducky. Terribly sorry. I don't know what else to say. Bro, fuck all of you. Easier said than done. Hey, Chen. I didn't think you'd actually take down Typhon. You're braver than I thought. I'm glad you're okay. Yes, I can who the fuck that is. Story about Typhon controversy. Don't give a shit. So people apologizing and then reporters wanting to have their dick sucked. All right, bitch. Wait, are you using a regular guitar, not even like an electric or some shit? And it's gonna be a solo? I pictured her using like an electric guitar as like the main guitar bitch in a band.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alex Chen.
The only promise is the adventure. Alright, cool. Honestly, I don't care. I can't deny that. About these credits, I mean. Like, I don't care. Honestly. Future decisions. Alex hit the road to play her music. Alex stay. Most people chose to stay? Fuck. Shit. Alex forgave Jed for his actions. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. Most people did do that. Maybe it was the same logic as me that I just want to get like I say, you know, like it did convince him to confess, but like I mentioned, that wasn't even part of my logic. I was just trying to get the good ending, so because I figured that would be it. Alex claims she learned not to fear her emotions. Oh no, yeah, not to fear her emotions. Most people did that. Some members of the council stood with Alex. None of them, or some of them. Yeah, like I said. Wait, all of them. Wait, everyone? Does that include the person who you didn't choose to romance? Yeah, so some members, of course. Alex wanted to belong somewhere in the future. Alex wanted to help more people. I figured most people would choose to help more people. Alex didn't sit on the bed. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that, honestly. Alex didn't see Ryan after the vote. Most people. Well, probably because for most people, Ryan didn't fucking believe him. That's probably why. Charlotte turned her back on Alex. Okay, dude, bro, like, Charlotte, like, do you really expect her not to? Well, 37% she sided with Alex. But couldn't help. Sided with Alex. I'm pretty sure how I know to get her to side with Alex, too. Alienor offered to get Alex help. Man, fuck you, Alienor. Pike sided with her. Ducky remained loyal to Jed. Ryan believed Jed. Ryan and Alex didn't get together. Steph and Alex leave Haven together. Wait. Steph stays in Haven to be with Alex. Oh, that's most of it? Huh, interesting. Well, that's it. You know what? One thing I'm gonna do, I'm actually not gonna go back to the main menu to do the review because then you just have the music and all that. I'll actually just stay on the screen while I do it. So here's my review. So here's the ending review for this game for me. I won't talk about a whole lot of shit because I've talked about shit as I've gone in this game, and I don't care to repeat myself for like any of the shit that I've already said. So I'm just gonna I have two other main points I'm gonna mention that I haven't gone over yet, and then from there I'll just give my last thoughts, and that'll be it. So, point number one. The ending of chapter 4 and therefore chapter 5 doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Honestly, it doesn't. And I'm not just talking about the fact that she died when she didn't die when she should have. I've already talked about that. Okay, here's the thing. Alex going, Alex digging deeper should not have mattered to Jed because they are because like I already mentioned my thing about how Typhon shouldn't have been able to do some of the shit they've been doing, but be that as it may, Typhon did the shit they did. They suppressed the shit and all that. So continuing the investigation didn't really mean much of anything from Jed's point of view. Because here, Jed doesn't know that Alex can read emotions and minds. He doesn't know that. So, like, again, from his perspective, even if Alex continued her investigation, she gets nowhere. She has the USB stick, yeah, but she didn't sign the affidavit, which means she's getting 5 to 10 years. No problem there. And even if she did continue to do it, she wouldn't get anywhere. The only reason she got anywhere was because of her powers, which Jed didn't know about. So from Jed's perspective, there was no reason to be nervous because of her. There was no reason to lead her to that mine where evidence was and then shoot her. Even if she was in the mine, even if she went to the mine herself, from Jed's perspective, there was no way for her to know about the shit that happened in that mine without her powers. Like, all the evidence was buried. That's the whole thing. Honestly, like, and you could say, well, what about the dad? What about John Chen's necklace? That tells her dad was there. She only found that damn thing because her power made the emotion thing on it glow. It's like in a horror game, when they highlight the important items. Like, without her power, she wouldn't have found that. It would have just been a bunch of rubble. What I'm saying, like, she wouldn't have found any evidence without her power, and Jed didn't know about her power. So from his perspective, like, there was no reason for him to do like anything. Alex should have been stonewalled at the end of chapter 4, realistically speaking, should have been the end. Cause like either she goes to prison or she doesn't. And okay, so either she signs the affidavit, good to go, it's all fucked, or she doesn't and she continues her investigation, she goes to prison. Either way, like I think I've already made my point clear with all this. That that really bugs me because Jed had no reason to do like any of the shit he did. Okay, so but that's one point though. That's one major point that really bugs me about the narrative. Here's the other thing. The other thing about it is that like I mentioned in the introduction how I like character driven stuff. This game had promise, but in the end it was not character driven goodness like the way that I thought it would be. I gotta say that this game was honestly, as far as a character driven narrative goes, this game was kind of a disappointment, and here's why. And again, until until the city council vote, I was actually prepared to call this probably the best Life is Strange of the whole series. Not anymore. I think this is probably the second best behind Life is Strange 1 now. Because all the character-driven stuff didn't actually matter. Like, I figured that these decisions you were making was going to affect your relationships with people throughout the game, but that didn't happen. The only thing that like all these decisions actually came to fruition, the only fruition any of these decisions these characters came to whatsoever was whether or not they believed you on the city council. That's it. It didn't affect the actual game like at all. It was all for that one moment. And having it all be, okay, having it all matter for that moment is fine, but having it all be the sole purpose for that moment is what I have a fucking problem with. So this game, I stand by my thing that this game has the same concept of Twin Mirror, although it is superior to Twin Mirror in every way. Twin Mirror was a piece of shit compared to this game. Um, but that being said, though, this game was not as good as Life. My only complaint with Life is Strange 1 has always been that there wasn't good character development in it. But it's a good emotional journey. This game until chapter 5, this game's emotional journey comes from chapter 5, but it needed it throughout the whole game in order to match Life is Strange 1's esteem. But then I thought this game had the character stuff going for it, but it doesn't, because all it matters for is one simple fucking thing at the very end. So did I like this game overall? Yes, I did. Was it the best Life is Strange? No, it wasn't. Was it better than, let's say, Before the Storm? Yes. I say that because Before the Storm created too many plot holes and other bullshit. Was it better than, let's say, 2? Yes, because 2 was an absolute pile of fuck. Was it better than 1? No, not anymore. I still think Life is Strange 1 is the best. I think that because of the fact that the character decisions don't matter, except for that one thing at the very end. That I can't express how much that pisses me off. Anyway, those are the two issues that I had with it. Now, actually, those are pretty much my overall thoughts on the game, actually, now that I just think about it. So, I know this is a short review, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. And let me just state one more reason as to why it pisses me off so much with the character stuff. Like I mentioned before, 70 to 80% of this game is the side stuff with the characters and all that. If you just go straight for the main objective, then you can still beat this game. You'll get a bad ending, but you can still beat this game in probably 2 hours flat. It's all the character stuff. Well, chapter 5 is kind of longer, maybe 3 hours flat. Um, it's all the side stuff that actually matters. But the side stuff only matters for one thing at the very end. So really, the side stuff doesn't fucking the side stuff only matters for which ending you get. It doesn't even matter for the game itself. So this game's own premise defeats itself because of the fact that it only matters for one decision at the very end. And you may think to yourself, well, isn't that how all games are? Your decisions matter for what's going on at the end, especially with choice-based games? Yes, but there should be things throughout the game that matter to itself, and it all collectively builds toward the end. Like you have point A, B, C, D that all matter to themselves, and then collectively they all matter for the end. Here you have A, B, C, D, and they don't matter for themselves; they only matter for the end. That's the difference. Anyway, enough harping about that. I've already given my 2 cents on pretty much everything else. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Shit. Well, I'll give myself 30 seconds if in case I want to add anything else. Starting now. I'm gonna add this real quick into the 30-second thingy. It's not gonna be 30 seconds, but because one thing I didn't mention, because I mentioned the impact of other characters or lack thereof for the main story, but there's one thing I didn't mention. I didn't really talk much about the main characters themselves, pertaining to Life is Strange 1 and this one. So like I said, I still do prefer Life is Strange 1 to this one. But that being said, this one did handle one aspect of it absolutely superbly compared to 1. So in the first one you got Max, and you know like nothing about her past. The only thing you know about her is that she went to Seattle and then came back. And that's pretty much it. Truth be told, here's the ironic thing. Chloe was the secondary character of the first game. She got a whole prequel spin-off dedicated to her. Max didn't really get shit, which tells me personally that people who played the first game probably preferred Chloe to Max since she got the better end of the deal there. Or maybe people just found Chloe's shit more interesting. Again, like, because Chloe was delved deeper into than Max was, which now that it just occurred to me, that's kind of funny. Like, how they did it like that. Chloe, as far as being fleshed out, Chloe is way better than Max. Interesting. But I'm not talking about Chloe, I'm talking about Max here. So, Max has, like, nothing fleshed out. Whereas Steph has, like, everything fleshed out. You know, like, you know the basics of Alex's entire life. Almost as if, like, it's as if you've known her for years to some degree. Like, you know Alex. You don't know much about Max. You know she likes photography, and that's pretty much it. I would say, you know, she's pretentious or like that, but which I suppose she kind of is. But a lot of that is driven independently by by player decision. Like my first playthrough, I made her like that. I mean, my second playthrough, I made her like that. My first playthrough, I didn't. So I'm not counting that along with this. But Alex, you know Alex. She's very fleshed out. So my major thing here is that while I do prefer Life is Strange 1 over this one still, for the reasons previously mentioned, I do. Deck 9 did do a superbly better job with Alex than Dontnod did with Max in the first game. In that core aspect, this game beats Life is Strange 1 out of the fucking park. One more thing, also for the 30 seconds, even though it's beginning more than 30 seconds. I was watching a video on graphics comparison since the Life is Strange remastered collection is coming out soon in just a few months. So some videos have come out highlighting specific scenes where they show off the enhanced graphics, enhanced facial expressions, that sort of shit. And that goes for, I believe, Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm. I don't know if it goes for 2 or not though. I didn't see any clips in that video from 2, but I saw them from Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm. And there was something in there that I totally forgot about. Steph. This game is not Steph's debut like I just kind of assumed it was. Steph was in Life is Strange Before the Storm. She talks to Chloe. She's minor, right? Like she looks younger. She's minor because she would be in universe. She's a more minor role in the plot in Before the Storm because it's not about her. It's about Rachel and all that. But she was in Before the Storm. So yeah, just and one thing that really impressed me about it too, because is that she still has the same voice actor too, Katie Bentz, which impresses me. I'm a stickler for voice actors. It bothers the shit out of me when, whether it's a TV show or a game or whatever, it bothers the shit out of me when voice actors are changed from one project to the next. It really does. I hate that. Like, the only excuse I accept, and you may pay me, but like, the only real excuse I accept is if a guy dies. Like Uncle Iroh in Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was necessary. The guy fucking died. You didn't have a choice there. I mean, he can't get on a fucking microphone from heaven or hell or purgatory or whatever and sit there and, you know, record his lines from the dead. So I get that. But it just impresses me that so Steph was in Before the Storm. That's all. That's it. It just impresses me. Alright, I either added something else or I didn't. Doesn't matter to me either way. So like I said, I like this game, but this game disappointed me on some levels. Although it was way better than Twin Mirror. So, just gotta put that out there. So, with that being said, this has been Life is Strange True Colors. I have been your host. Hope you enjoyed me and my fucking bullshit. And, signing off. Toodaloo. Thank you for your time.